Alright. Hi everyone. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video, and yes, I got rid of my beard. I hope it looks fine. But the thing that I'm going to talk about today is that you have to cut off the noise and let reality sink in. You have to also not listen to a lot of people who are setting out rules to do certain things. The fact of the matter is that if you reduce the noise that you're bombarded with every day, you'll actually start to see the world as it is. And you don't need someone else's perspective to, help you see the world as it is. It might help you if you're overcoming your your conditioning, but when you have done enough work on yourself and you have reduced a hefty amount of noise, by noise I mean everything, the reels you watch, the Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is that you watch, and then conditioning from your society. When you cut off all of that and you see the world as it is, that is when you'll actually see what it is. So if you just subtract all of that conditions and just try to experience the world as it is, I think that would bring you a lot more clarity than following someone else's rules, which they might have realized by themselves, right? But the fact is that when they say it out loud, you might feel that all of your existence is being questioned and you feel repulsive about it, even if they're correct, right? You feel this repulsion inside of you and you think that I can never be like the guy who has, stated those rules to follow. So the thing is that until and unless you reduce noise that is bombarded at you, and I'm not kidding, in modern times, we are bombarded with so much amount of information. It's really hard to understand as to what we want. Like, some of us are running towards goals that we even did not set for ourselves. And I know it feels weird, but that is how it has been in this modern times. It was never like this before, like human beings before. They were never running towards the future. They were trying to live in the present moment. I mean, alright, maybe even then they were trying to, trying to go towards something better, maybe end their present day suffering. But maybe ending the present day suffering was not about striving for a future, but it was about, making the present actually better by at least recognizing that most of the suffering is inside your head. But anyways, that is not the point that I'm trying to say. The whole point is that even if you listen to all the rules from some of your favorite persons that you follow, you might not understand them fully until you have reduced the noise and tried to understand the world as it is. So until then, until you cut off the noise, everything, every rule that the people you admire from afar, every rule of them, every rule of theirs would feel like someone is questioning your existence. And it would always feel like something that something that you agreed to your whole life, but suddenly someone is like, it's not true. So it's going to be existentially challenging in a lot of ways. But the whole point is that if your understanding of life is because of someone else's teachings and not necessarily of what you have experienced, do you really understand it? Do you really know what really is there? I mean, I'm not trying to start some science fiction thing out here, but the whole point is that if you are following someone else's ideas, do you really know what you want? I don't know. You have to cut these voices. You have to cut off these voices so you can finally start to listen to yourself, and you can recognize what you actually want for yourself. What you want for yourself could be, like emotionally, financially, maybe even spiritually. But what you want for yourself will come out of silence and not out of, being in noise. So I hope this makes sense. I wanted to keep it short because, anyways, the attention span of people is going really low, and I don't know if you guys even made it through the video, but I hope you did, and I hope you get something out of this. I know the majority of people won't even get what I'm saying, but the people who have experienced bits and pieces of what I've said by themselves, they'll catch it. They'll catch it. They'll catch what I'm trying to say. And that is it, guys. That is it. I'll see you.